In 2015, roadworkers in Yunnan province, China, were cutting through a hillside to repair a mountain road. During the excavation, their tools suddenly struck something unusual beneath the soil. At first, it looked like nothing more than an oddly shaped rock. But within moments, they realized they had uncovered something far older. What they had discovered was the fossil of a dinosaur, buried beneath layers of earth for nearly 180 million years. The skeleton stretched more than 5 meters through the rock, and remarkably, many of the bones were still connected. Scientists soon identified the species, Lufengosaurus magnus. But one question remained. How could a giant dinosaur be buried so suddenly that its skeleton remained almost perfectly preserved? To understand what happened here, we need to travel far deeper into the past, far beyond human history, beyond the Ice Age, beyond the rise of mammals, back to a time when this land looked completely different, a world of dense forests, towering conifer trees, and carpets of giant ferns. This is the early Jurassic period, nearly 180 million years ago. And somewhere in this ancient valley, a giant dinosaur is about to face its final moments. At this time, the land that would one day become Yunnan province was a warm and humid forest ecosystem. Towering prehistoric trees stretched high into the sky. Below them, a thick jungle of ferns covered the forest floor. Here lived a dinosaur known as Lufengosaurus magnus, a herbivore that could grow nearly 9 meters long, with a long neck designed for reaching high vegetation and powerful hind legs that allowed it to stand upright. Most days were peaceful. The dinosaur wandered slowly through the forest, feeding on leaves high above the ground. But nature is never truly calm. High above the valley, dark clouds begin to gather. At first, only a gentle rain falls through the forest canopy, but the storm quickly grows stronger. The ground becomes soaked. Water pours down the mountainside, and far above the valley, the earth begins to shift. Without warning, the mountainside collapses. Thousands of tons of mud and rock break loose, rushing down toward the valley below. Trees snap and fall. The forest trembles. Animals scatter in every direction. Lufengosaurus senses the danger. It turns and begins to run. But the ground beneath its feet is already turning to mud. The landslide surges forward like a living wave. The dinosaur struggles desperately to escape, pulling its legs free, step after step. But the mud is too deep, too heavy, too fast. Slowly, the giant begins to sink. In one final moment, the dinosaur lifts its long neck toward the sky. A deep roar echoes through the storm. Then the mud closes in, and within minutes, the giant disappears beneath the earth. But this sudden burial creates something extraordinary, because the mud seals the skeleton away from oxygen, preventing decay. And over millions of years, those bones will slowly turn to stone. But rewind time just a little further. Before the storm, before the landslide, before the tragedy, this forest was alive with movement. Sunlight filtered through the branches above. Mist drifted across the valley floor, and Lufengosaurus magnus moved peacefully through its territory. Despite being a plant eater, this dinosaur was far from defenseless. Its hands carried large curved claws, weapons capable of inflicting serious damage. In the Jurassic world, even herbivores needed protection. But every life begins in the smallest way imaginable. Rewind further, back through the seasons, back through the years, until the giant disappears entirely. Hidden beneath thick ferns, a nest lies buried in the sand. Inside it, several large eggs rest silently. Then, a crack appears, the shell trembles, and slowly, a tiny dinosaur pushes its way into the world, a newborn Lufengosaurus. Wet, fragile, and barely able to stand. Yet, this small creature will one day grow into a giant, capable of shaking the ground beneath its feet. Millions of years pass. The dinosaur that once walked this valley is long gone. Buried beneath layers of sediment, its bones remain hidden in darkness. Groundwater slowly seeps through the rock. Minerals replace organic material, turning bone into stone. Continents drift, mountains rise and fall. Entire species appear and disappear. Yet deep beneath the surface, this fossil continues to wait. Until one ordinary day, a shovel strikes the ground, and a secret buried for 180 million years sees the light again. Today, the skeleton of Lufengosaurus magnus rests beneath the open sky, not as a living creature, but as a message from Earth's deep past, a reminder that beneath every step we take lies a history far older than humanity itself, and somewhere beneath the ground, another ancient story may already be waiting to be discovered.